The kick-off to BattleGround was Adam Rose defeating Fandango. Didn't really care about the match. And on the actual card, we had Cameron defeating Naomi. I really thought that Naomi was going to continue picking up the wins over her ex-tag team partner. But if they're going to build a feud out of this, I want to continue giving the WWE some credit for what they're doing in the Divas division. With the concentration on multiple Divas feuds, the breaking up of Bunkerdactyls, Stephanie McMahon and the Bella Twins, Alicia Fox now and again, AJ and Paige. This is possibly not going to be long term because they don't really have new ideas, enough divas to really do much more. But for now, it seems interesting. And if this feud is to put Naomi over, the better wrestler out of her and Cameron, I'm all for it. If it's to build Naomi back up for the championship, depending on who the champion is at the time, we could expect another good match. The tag team championship match, I'm glad that the Wyatts did not pick up the win here, and let me tell you for why. I feel that SummerSlam, the pay-per-view where you want there to be bigger blockbuster matches. I've said this once, I'll say it again. With the multiple tag teams, the WWE seem to be holding back on us here at the moment. I'd like to see a fatal four-way tag team. You have the Dust Brothers, you have the Wyatts, the Usos, and possibly Ryback, where the Wyatts pick up their win then. I know you want to concentrate on the Dust Brothers, but nothing stops the Wyatts going into a feud with the Dust Brothers. But as for the match at BattleGround, I thought it got better after each fall. At first, you was like, oh, these falls don't really matter. But I felt there were stepping stones for when the match actually got better. And when it came to the actual end of the match, I feel that Harper was the man of the match as well as the Usos. Eric got one great double suplex from the top rope, but Harper getting double frog splashed to lose the match was a nice spot, good finish. And some say the Usos got booed, but I still think the match got a reaction, and I'm sure the WWE have some progression on where the Usos will go next. Then the actual Divas match, Divas Championship, we have the crowd doing what the WWE may have been hoping for, which was rooting for AJ. AJ coming back to the WWE, regaining her Divas Championship to face Paige. My slight problem with this match is what we were given could have possibly been done at SummerSlam, when they kept escaping each other's submission moves. The length could have been increased a bit, but I feel that with the interaction that AJ and Paige are still having on Twitter and possibly on Raw tomorrow night, I'm expecting this feud to be continuing at SummerSlam. And I think with the Divas division not having the greatest top divas, top match divas, this feud should go as long as the WWE can make it go on for. As long as they don't do switching the belts thing like they do with John Cena in past feuds he was in. Rusev versus Swagger. I weren't ever so excited for this match because I'm not the biggest Jack Swagger fan. I think Jack Swagger's not really interested in me for quite some time, and that's why I don't care about this match. But Swagger, when he wants to perform well, he can do a good job. And this match, it was almost like a big guy versus big guy match. It lasted a bit of time. Jack Swagger was taking great advantage eventually of the ankle lock, trying to pick up the win there to a guy who doesn't wear shoes in a match, Rusev, and it actually came down to a count out. So the fact that Rusev did not actually pick up a submission finish, maybe that's a reason to bring this match to SummerSlam. And with all the repetitive promos from Lana, talking about America, talking about Russia, I feel there should be a flag on a pole match or flag and corner match. So you have Russia one side and USA another. Yes, it's a gimmick, it's a flag on a pole match, but it makes sense in this storyline. And with this not being the biggest match in the WWE, I don't think the gimmick match would harm this feud or the progression of Rusev. So possibly at SummerSlam. Then we get to Jericho vs Bray Wyatt, a match which delivered good maneuvers. It was lacking something, but I didn't quite find out what it was. But with the performance, with the creepy of Bray Wyatt, with the Wyatt family being sent away, I felt that was an essential part to hopefully bringing the best out of Bray Wyatt. Him going into a match eventually without his family. And the wrap of this match was given to Chris Jericho. And that's totally fine. I think that Jericho needs his pay-per-view wins. Show that he's back. Show that he's still the Chris Jericho we all like and love. Because recently he's been losing pay-per-view after pay-per-view after pay-per-view. So to pick up a win for Bray Wyatt to hopefully get the win at SummerSlam and beyond, I'm all for it. I think that Jericho's proven that he's a threat and he's a challenge for Bray Wyatt. Continue the feud, have Bray Wyatt win the next match. Then we get to the Battle Royal. The thing I really liked about this match is, yes, you had Carly looking like the old dominant guy that the WWE once wanted him to be, but after eliminating him, gradually the unrealistic winners got eliminated. And the fact that they replaced Raw Bam Bam with either Ryder or Sandow, slightly disappointed, because we're still trying to make the most of RVD while he's here. But when it came down to the finale, I really thought that Kofi was definitely one of the men of the matches. He's a very good entertainer. We could have the whole conversation of why the WWE never used his entertainment again to bring him higher up in the WWE. But I'm going to leave that argument for another time and just say the way that he interacted and got involved with multiple wrestlers in the match was very entertaining, especially against Cesaro. Those two have had a few in-ring segments against each other, which may continue going on after Raw. But I really enjoyed Kofi's performance on Raw. And then you have Heath Slater eliminating Cesaro. And this is where the slight disappointment comes in. This is where a possible video could be created. Because you have Cesaro, a guy who was quite strongly becoming a great singles wrestler, a great face for the company, only to join Heyman, who's not really benefited Cesaro, made him be pushed forward. So him getting eliminated by Heath Slater was quite upsetting. I'm going to say that now because it's left me wondering, where is Cesaro going to go from here? Where's him being the guy that we all thought was going to go forward towards the main event? Heyman's not helping him. The championship mid-card's not helping him right now. Slightly disappointing, WWE. And the other interesting thing is, at first, you was wondering, okay, Miz has got this ego because of his acting. He could possibly use that to become a good or stronger heel, possibly in the mid-card. And the way that he played possum in this match, every time he got knocked down, he would go out of the ring, only to use that to get back into the ring to win the vacant Intercontinental Championship. Very clever thinking. Some people complained because they didn't like how Miz came back. They thought they couldn't really care about the Miz as much. But for him to get this kind of win in the way that he did, with the way that he, again, interacted with some of the wrestlers in the match, possibly with Ziggler going forward until Barrett can come back, as he said in his promo, to give the ball hammer to the Intercontinental Champion to regain his championship. So that feud will come down the line, possibly turning Barrett to the predictable face and Miz with his heel turn. So I have no complaints about that match. Yes, yes, Miz worked my first choice, but I can look past that for the fact that the WWE have given Miz something to come back to, given Miz something to work with, to possibly rebuild him again. Because, admit it or not, Miz was a good heel in the WWE. He was actually in the main event as a good heel in the WWE. This is a slow stepping stone, something that Barrett may have to go through again. But for the Miz, it's going to work, hopefully. This is me being supportive to the Miz. Main event time. And this teased quite a few things. Kane and Orton seem to be broken up now, because at first Kane was helping Orton, but when Kane started to take advantage to possibly become champion, Orton turned on him, and that gradually be hinting a possible SummerSlam match. I know we saw it at One Mania and Kane got the win, but these two guys need something to do at the pay-per-view, need something to do at SummerSlam. So putting them into a filler match could be something. Yes, it could be turning Kane face, which I want to be annoyed about because Kane's better work is as a heel. But I said this on Twitter, that Kane's time in the WWE is gradually fading. So this WrestleMania, or possibly sometime next year, I think Kane's finished. And this is coming from a Kane fan who's going to be sad to see him go. But he's running out of things to do. The monster gimmick's faded and gone. His involvement in the WWE at the moment's there. But this could be because it's his last run and they want to give him something to do before he eventually leaves. So when it came down to the Roman Reigns and John Cena moments, you could see how over Reigns was. Reigns taking everyone out. Reigns almost getting the win a few times. But I think with the whole build up to BattleGround being focused on John Cena with option B, with option C, it kind of gave you the idea of who's winning this match. Yes, I was rooting for others than John Cena, but John Cena was predictable, and we're going to find out on Raw what Triple H's backup plan for Cena is. Is it Batista? Is it Brock Lesnar? Or does Roman Reigns happen to get a one-on-one match against Cena? There's so much possibility. Lesnar's the most likely candidate because he possibly won't be missing SummerSlam. But there's just some names flowing out there. But the real part of BattleGround I want to talk about is the fact that the WWE did not give us Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose, but instead Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose had a little brawl backstage. Triple H was meant to have sent Ambrose out the arena, only for after Seth Rollins wins their match via forfeit, the brawl continues throughout the night. This was brilliant. This is getting you heated for the match possibly happening at SummerSlam. It got you heated to want to see these two actually fight. But I feel the way that Dean Ambrose kept going after Seth, it may have entertained you guys, but isn't it not making you feel a bit sorry or a bit on Seth's side because Seth's not getting his payback on Ambrose? I'm not sure if it was for you, but I felt some of the concentration was being put on Seth Rollins for being attacked multiple times. I'm looking forward to the actual match hopefully taking place at SummerSlam. I feel they've made you really want this match and really got their involvement on this show really worth going, to a point where a cash-in didn't take place. People were complaining that he did not tease a cash-in, but I feel what was given was much more interesting and important than a teased cash-in. But people, share your thoughts on this pay-per-view in the comment section below, and I'll see you on Raw. Thank you very much, and goodbye.